Welcome back to Cryptos Are Us. I'm George. We're all George. So today the market came up. Bitcoin's a little bit higher. I got good news about Bitcoin and I got good news about these crypto altcoins. Two in particular that are very hot right now. And why are they hot? Well, let me discuss. All right, let's do this. Welcome, guys. Hopefully you guys are doing well. Today, kind of expected, but we had a rocky day. We had a little rocky day, but Bitcoin is above 43,000. But this morning, we started coming up, and then down, and then up, down. But overall, I kind of expected that Bitcoin would have a better day today and tomorrow in particular, because yesterday we had the Fed meeting, and there's actually a lot of good things happening right now, too. There's just a lot of buying. Okay, even though we're not quite back to our previous high, the entire market is recovering and Bitcoin is leading the way right now. Yeah, that's right. Well, who's buying? Well, obviously, retail is buying. A lot of people are still DCAing, but you know those ETFs that we keep talking about, they keep buying so much. They already hold 3.3% of the entire supply already. After less than 2 weeks of trading, they already have 3.3% of the supply. That is enormously large. So tomorrow we'll have the figures from today, but just know that today is basically the first time within the last 2 weeks that BlackRock had more volume than Grayscale. So that means finally the Grayscale selling is coming to a halt, right? It's going to slow down. It's going to get to zero. And BlackRock and Fidelity, they keep on adding more and more and more and more. Would not be surprised. Would not be a surprise if BlackRock has about 3 billion and Fidelity has about 2.7 billion worth of Bitcoin tomorrow. So this is obviously very positive. That means there's a net inflow into the ETFs, not outflow, because the selling from Grayscale are slowed down, right? But overall, like I said, 3.3% of the supply is already held by these fund managers. So the supply shock I keep talking about, it's building up. It's just a matter of supply and demand when it comes to price. And demand is certainly going up and supply is certainly going down as we head into the halving event, which is just coming up in less than 3 months. Yeah. That's happening. That's happening. Also, what's also happening is this, real quick. There are some whales, some very, very, very large whales that are buying on BitMEX. Okay, and this is what it looks like. It's a little bit hard to see, but you could see the red right there, the exchange net flow, and it's extremely in the negative territory. Now, this by itself doesn't mean a whole lot. Maybe, you know, it's a coincidence. Maybe there's just some whale that's buying, but so what? But when you zoom out and look at BitMEX, and you look at all the times there have been massive outflow, for whatever reason, there's a lot of whales that like BitMEX. You could see that whenever there are massive outflows, what happens with Bitcoin? Bitcoin goes up in a tremendous way. So you go all the way back to the COVID crash back in March of 2020. You see it there. Then you see it right after the halving event. That's when Bitcoin really shot up. You see it like January 2022, there was that big red spike. It went up, right? We saw it in October, and that's when Bitcoin really started going up in 2023. And then we just saw it again. Coincidence? Or is this a precursor to something big that's about to happen? Tomorrow could be a good day. Tomorrow could be a really good day, especially if Grayscale their selling slows down, right? And based on history, the Friday after FOMC meeting tends to be really good. And plus, you have this. I mean, there's just a lot of things happening. A lot of really good things happening. This is a time where it's testing people's patience, right? But we forget that not too long ago, Bitcoin was much, much lower, even though people have short memories and it seems like we've been down and out forever. That's just not the case, right? So something's brewing, something's building up, and this breakout that mimics previous cycles leading up to the halving event and then afterwards, right? Still on schedule. Nothing has changed, right? So things are still looking pretty darn good. All right, so that's Bitcoin. So tomorrow, Friday, we'll see what happens. But right now, not right now, but like today, we do have a couple of specific altcoins that are doing very well. And I even tweeted about this, and I'm not even really a big TA guy. I even tweeted some TA about Chainlink. Chainlink is up a staggering 16%. And I was charting Chainlink. Chainlink is back to April of 2022 levels. And if it keeps on going, the next major resistance is about $27. That's $10 higher than where it is now. Chainlink is absolutely on fire right now. Absolutely on fire. And they are already a large cap. And it doesn't seem like anything is stopping them right now. But why are they so hot? Why is Chainlink so hot? Well, it's because of CCIP, which is basically their protocol that allows bridging and chains and data retrieval and everything else flow through their network, their decentralized Oracle network, okay? So they do have, this is the very first, I believe, XSwap, which is the very first swap on top of CCIP, on top of Chainlink, right? So you could also, you could think of Chainlink now as like a layer one. Because that's exactly what's happening. But because it has CCIP, it already has these links into, you could see, Optimism, Ethereum, Base, Avalanche, Ethereum, BNB, Polygon. It's like Arbitrum. It's like all tied together. It's natively built into CCIP. So this could be an absolutely huge thing, okay, for not only XSwap, but for Chainlink overall. And this is the reason why so many companies in the real world love to use CCIP as well, or Chainlink, because they can retrieve data, and same thing, vice versa. Blockchain company, Web3 company can also fetch data from outside. But I mean, this is really building. This is really, really building. And that's why there's 81 projects right now that are either utilizing Chainlink or trying to build on top of Chainlink using CCIP. So Chainlink itself, really, I mean, I've always thought about it as like an Oracle, which it still is, but you really could start thinking about it as like an L1. I mean, that's how it's going to be, which is absolutely huge. And of course, you have, I've covered Chainlink earlier last week, but you got a lot of whales buying, a ton of whales buying, but the holders are buying too. Large Chainlink holders added more than 57 million link to their balances within the last 30 days. That's just a lot. A lot of people are just buying Chainlink. People love Chainlink. And here's the really surprising thing, guys. This even caught me by surprise, because back in 2021 and that cycle and the previous cycle, Chainlink was around, but they really were not that exciting. Kind of slow. But you know, ever since Chainlink released CCIP, that's when things changed. Now it's really starting to move. It's really hot. So it's a big difference between now and before in prior times. And here's an interesting chart looking at Chainlink, how it's moving right now versus how Ethereum was moving back in 2020 before it started going on a parabolic rise. And there are definitely some similarities there if you look at it, right? So what is this saying? Can Chainlink go up, according to this guy, to $150 by mid of 2024? That's almost a 10x within months. I don't know. That sounds a little crazy, but we'll see. Anything could happen in the crypto space. All right, now the other one that's very similar to Chainlink but not the same is Pyth. Pyth network is up even more today, up 24%. I think that they're riding the coattails of Chainlink because Chainlink's so hot. People want to know what's the next oracle to get into. What's the next thing? Let's catch that wave, right? So I think there's a lot of it going on. But Pyth network is doing their own thing. They're not just riding a coattail. They are onboarding a lot of chains and a lot of projects, including this Filecoin, which is one of the largest. No, it is the largest decentralized storage play. They integrate with Pyth. That's a huge thing because they are a large project, but it's not just them. There are 400 different price feeds right now across 50 blockchains. So even though Chainlink is the big daddy when it comes to oracles, Pyth, they're number 2. They're trying to catch up. It's a big dip. It's a big gap right now. But like I said, they're not sitting idle. They're building their own relationship, their own partnerships. So that is also awesome. And then you look at this, the number of active users, the active consumers, the update transactions, they're all going up and up and up. The number of stakers is going upwards. That's also very positive, right? So Pyth also, they look like they're doing very, very well. Very well indeed. So these two are definitely very, very hot. And I don't think, especially Chainlink, I think it's because of CCIP, it's going to keep on moving forward. All right. Now, outside of these two, just a few other little things. Solana, of course, is doing well today. And Arthur Hayes, co-founder of BitMEX, says it's time to get back on a train. And, of course, recently, there's been a lot of talk over the airdrop, over Jupiter. But some people are wondering why it's dropping so much after airdrop. I don't think it's a mystery. When you give so many people a free token or many free tokens, of course people are going to sell it. So I don't know why that's like such a mysterious thing. Of course it's going to settle down, but there are people that think it's more than that, that thinks that maybe the founder, who's named Meow, don't ask me why, is selling. So Adam Cochran is saying all this, saying that, well, they give 50% to themselves, they're selling, they're doing this and that, and, making a lot of accusations. And Mal's like, you have no idea what you're talking about. I'm going to clear this up. So he's going to clear it up, and we'll see what he says. But it's pretty obvious when you have a project that airdrops a whole $800 million worth of tokens, not everyone is going to be holding on. Majority of people are going to sell because it's just free money to them, right? So, of course, if everyone's selling, it's going to come down. But I don't know. That just seems like pretty self-explanatory, but it seems like a lot of people do not get that. But anyways, because of Jupiter, and you could also argue like Pyth is very integrated into Solana and everything else. That's why Solana is doing so well. And then lastly, I don't know if you guys care about this, but this guy right here is thinking about launching his own crypto and backing it with $100 million. I don't know what he's going to call it. I don't know if he's going to do it, but if he does, it's probably going to pump to the moon. All right, guys. Let's do some Q&A. All right. Let me scroll up here. Someone says, Mig says Bitcoin won't go below 30K. Who's saying it's going to go to 30K? Let's see. David Guyton. Hello. Let's see. XRP. XRP, even though Larson was hacked, XRP isn't doing so bad. It's just not moving anywhere. Chainlink price prediction this cycle 2030. I just got done talking about Chainlink. It is very, very hot. Today it went up 16%. I mean, I honestly think Chainlink, I'll show you guys this. I normally never do a lot of TA stuff, but I couldn't help it with Chainlink. And I threw a leverage play at it. These days it's been very painful to do leverage, but I threw some at it and made some good money today. But if you look at Chainlink right now, I mean, it's impressive because even though Bitcoin recently took a dip, alts took a dip, they did not. Chainlink just broke through a high that it couldn't break for many, many months, going back to November. Now, where are they? They're back to this level, April of 2022, right? So there's a few stepping stones, I guess, in terms of going upwards. But the next one is about 1970. But then the one after that, if you look at it, it goes all the way up here to $28, right? That's going to be a major resistance to break. But the way Chainlink is going, very bullish. So, I mean, this cycle, they will definitely get a 50 and then break through it for sure. I just don't know how long it's going to take, but the way they're going, it's probably going to happen sooner than later. Tafeezy says, I'm glad I loaded up on Link at $5 when everyone's screaming alts are too risky. Chainlink is one of those staples. It's a blue chip. But like I said, I'm really surprised by it because in the past cycles, Chainlink didn't move all that much. This cycle, it's breaking the trend and it's just going and going. Gari Network giving WEN token airdrops to holders. Why would they be giving WEN tokens? That's not even their token. That doesn't even make any sense. Do you remember making your first million? Yeah, that was back in 2021. Yeah, that was a while ago. A lot of up and down journeys. With crypto, man, you could be in 7 figures one day and back to 6 figures and be down 50% the next day. I mean, with crypto, it's just so volatile. Did you see what happened to Myro today? Apparently, Crypto Galaxy CC mentioned something on his Discord which made the price dump. I have no idea. I saw the price went down, but I had no idea why. I think it's just natural that people are just selling because they want to take profits. But yeah, I have no idea what happened to it. A lot of memes went down today, though. See, again, that's why I think it's just a coincidence. A lot of memes went down today. I think people are just selling it off for Chainlink or something else. But, when it comes to memes, you just got to be careful. I've said this before. When it comes to memes, they could go down instantly, but they could also go up to the moon, too. You just don't know, right? So that's just how it is. Did you get Jupiter allocation? No, I didn't use Jupiter beforehand, but now I'm going to. Sol is looking good too. I'm waiting. Sol's been going sideways for a while. I'm waiting for them to break back to the 120s. And then it's launch time. Do you use crypto mixers? No, those mixers are, you don't get anything. I would say be careful using anything mixers like that, because they're probably tracked. You're talking about the mixers to like hide your transactions, right? Not the ones. Well, I was thinking about faucets before. Be careful when you use mixers. You know, they might be tracked by government agencies. Scroll up. You missed super chats. No, I didn't. Oh, I did. You still invest in Kulo? Yes, I still have my bag. What's Polkadot's price this run? I have no idea. I'm not a Polkadot guy. So it'll get back to its previous high, but I have no idea how high it's gonna go. Will BlackRock make a Chainlink ETF? I don't think so. I don't think they're bullish on Chainlink. JCSU, you need to scroll back like maybe 10 minutes. I just got done talking about Pyth Network. The whole half of this video is about Pyth Network, so I'm not going to repeat myself. But yes, it's going to do good. Am I ever bearish? Yeah, temporarily. I mean, I'm human, right? So if I pull my portfolio and see it go down, I'm like, oh my God, you know. Sometimes you measure how much it goes down, not the percentage, but like the dollar amount. And even though it may be a small percentage portfolio, but the dollar amount is so big, it makes you depressed thinking about it. So the best thing to do is just not think about it. But as for my bullish sentiment, I don't think that's ever going to change. Because I just, the more I know about money, the more I learn about money and how it's created, how it's used, everything about fiat has really changed my mind. It made me 100% more bullish than before. I checked GME this morning. It did not look solid. It looked like it was coming down. BlackRock is bullish on tokenizing everything, so I thought that's done with Chainlink. You could tokenize on anything, but you could do it with Chainlink too. You could really tokenize anything. Chainlink is really like, if you think about it, at this point, there are Oracle, which is great for price feeds, but it's also good for bridging. That's why this XSwap is interesting, even though it just launched. Yeah, you could think of them as like a giant bridge that connects to everything. Do you think Matic will switch to Pol? They will. They already said it. That's their new token. If you are bullish on DeFi, you have to be bullish on Link. Yes, that is true. I need some info on Cock today. No, I didn't meet him today. It was tomorrow. But I don't have any new info. I invested an entire $48 in XRP back in October. Today, that $48 is a staggering $51. You know, I don't like to pick on XRP, but you know, when you chart XRP, it's the saddest thing you'll ever see. Yeah, let's just use Coinbase here. No, I can't use Coinbase. It doesn't go back far enough. Let's do Bitstamp. Yeah, I've charted, I even have my lines I drew from before. I mean, that's the saddest thing you'll ever see. Well, since 2018, it hasn't formed a new high. So this line that I drew, is still in play. Look at it. I'm stretching it out here, right? So obviously that was high back in 2018, January 2018. 2021, they did not break into a new high. It went up, but they only got to like half of where they were. And then, in 2023, they broke up a little bit after winning the SEC lawsuit. But still, if you've been an XRP holder, you've just been seeing this is not considered, beating inflation. This is considered losing against inflation, because for 6 years, you could be holding on to XRP for 6 years and it did not break into a new high. So that's why, like, XRP holders, they must have like the strongest diamond hands on earth. I don't know how you can hold for 6 years and not give up. Let's see. A lot of super chats came in. Maton, okay, appreciate it. Alfonso, appreciate it. George, another George. I still haven't gotten onto it, but I will. I know you're looking forward to it, but I don't know if you're going to be winning that. There was a lot of entries that we're looking through. XRP is a great stable coin. Yes, that is true. Yeah, I'm gonna remove this chart before people get too depressed over it. What else could I chart? Injective, just too hard to chart. Just keeps on going up forever. I will say this about Injective. It has gotten weaker recently. Since December 20th to here. Yeah, so it's about 2 months. 2 months that Injective has not moved. It's kind of like this point right here. Injective kind of went sideways for a little bit and then moved up. It's kind of like that. And then it also did this for a long time too, throughout 2023. VeChain, I'm still a big fan of VeChain. But I don't think they have moved all too much. Oh, no, that's VThor. I gotta pick something older. Yeah, VeChain going back. Ignore that. I don't know what happened. Yeah, I can't use this. Basically, they're back to the same level as February, as August 2022, and May of 2022. Let's see. I'm not going to chart ICP. Not charting ICP. Suku. What about it? It's just a green freaking dot. Why would you choose a green dot as I don't know, the icon? Frictionless Web3 tools. Provides intuitive, decentralized tools allowing everyday users and creators to unlock the full potential of Web3. What tools? Fully functional Web3 wallet. Okay. A lot of people have Web3 wallets already. For social media, receive and send funds instantly, including those who haven't sent a wallet yet. Your Twitter handle is now your crypto address. That sounds cool, but it's coming soon. Send crypto NFTs to thousands of social media users at once. Sounds cool. Coming soon. Mint and collect NFTs straight from Twitter. Yeah. Seems like they're very Twitter based. Even though it's not even called Twitter anymore. It's really X. This is something that's like, you know, it's like a small idea. So just not something that I could see blowing up to like 10 billion in market cap. Very, I don't know what you call it. It's very, yeah, I mean, it's just, it caters to certain people, I guess. People that live on X, it's really catered to X people. What's Zeta? A lot of people are trying to show Zeta right now. Zeta chain. 400 million. That's pretty big. Simple, fast, secure, omni-chain blockchain. With Zeta Chain's omni-chain smart contracts build truly interoperable dApps that span multiple chains from Ethereum to Bitcoin and beyond. Access all of crypto from one chain. Okay. 200 ecosystem partners. That sounds good. I don't know if that's true. That seems like a lot. Built for interoperability. Yep. Our smart contract have the power of programmability to non-smart contract chains like Bitcoin and Dogecoin. No other blockchain enables full interoperable smart contracts like we do. Yeah. Okay. What is Zeta Chain in simple terms? It's both a L1 and a smart contract platform with built-in connectivity to all blockchain layers. It's the only public blockchain with smart contract that can manage assets, data, liquidity, and so forth. So basically, they're like a layer 2, even though they're layer 1, but they're like a layer 2 as well. So they're saying they're like, I don't know. It's almost like stacks. It's like a layer 2 where you can have smart contracts and talk to non-smart contract projects like Bitcoin or Doge. But it's also its own L1. Okay. I'll just say okay to it. I don't have any opinions about it. It's up 100% today, so obviously something happened. Sandeep, big super chat. Thank you. Beam. I like Beam. I like Beam. Nothing has changed. Lucy, thoughts on my portfolio? 38K with 48% Bitcoin, 13% ETH, 18% ADA, 10% AVAX, 10% SOL, and Say. Am I going to make it? I think I'll make it just fine, Lucy. I think that's fine. Even if everything else was shitty and you know, 48% of Bitcoin sets you up to make it. That's why the 50, 25, 25 rule, I think just works. You don't have to be exact, but 50% will carry your portfolio. Even if the other 50% completely die, at least that 50% will carry your portfolio, and that's Bitcoin. You get that stability and growth, right? And then the big caps gives you a little bit less stability, but still very stable, and gives you a little bit more growth. And then the 25% remaining could give you the ultra growth, but they're really weak during downturns. But it's okay because you have 75% that hedges against it. So I think that you're gonna do well. Stellar invested in MoneyGram. What's the outlook? They didn't, that's they only did that because MoneyGram had a partnership with XRP. They had to pull out due to the lawsuit. Stellar did it on purpose just to spite XRP. I don't think they're using them at all. Even when MoneyGram was partnered with XRP, they admitted they never even used XRP's ledger. So I don't think Stellar did anything with them. They just probably paid them to have this partnership. Are you still reviewing cars? What's your take on Grand Highlander? Grand Highlander is good. It's expensive though. Base price is like in the 40s already. But the engine, if you could get that IMAX engine, they don't call it IMAX, but iForce. But whatever their top of the line hybrid motor in that Grand Highlander is a really good motor. It's a really good motor. You get efficiency and power at the same time, and it doesn't drive like a hybrid either. I forgot what the term of the engine was. $10 in Bitcoin in 2010 would be worth $4 million now. Yeah. Yeah. I need to sleep. Oh, man. Too much talk about ICP. All right, guys. Well, today's pretty good. Overall, today's pretty good, but we have two standouts, the oracles, Chainlink and Pyth Network, both absolutely fantastic. But, you got Solana's doing well today. Bitcoin overall came up today, too. Tomorrow's Friday. We'll see how it is. I have a feeling tomorrow could be good. I don't know. I could be wrong, but I have a feeling tomorrow could be good. So tune in tomorrow morning, 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, and we'll take a look. All right, guys. Take care. Oh, by the way, I got something important to show you guys.
What do you think about Ripple?
Well, I mean, I think it's too centralized, but I definitely want to meet Chris Larson.